Today we begin by softening the body. As if we put a sack of sugar down on the counter. We just let everything go all at once. And we take the attention to the top of the head, as if we were wearing a crown. And in imagination, we soften the few inches above our heads, as if we had a crown of energy. So we let that area be very light, very soft. Then we take the attention to the forehead. And we relax the eyebrows even more. And when we do that, we notice that the nose adjusts, as if the flare in the nose by the nostrils just lets go. And we feel this in the upper lip. And when that upper lip relaxes, we feel it in the chin. And we just let the chin completely soften. And the jaw, very, very flexible, very soft. And then imagining the back of the head close to the neck. We let that area adjust. Just letting the chin come down and letting it come up. And choosing whether we want to have those wrinkles in the upper neck at the back, or if we'd like the chin to be a little lower and the neck to be elongated. So we just let that all find its place and soften on arrival. Then we take the attention to the back of the head, the hair, the scalp, even the skull. And we imagine that we can relax this area too, as if protecting the brain is a task that's not so urgent right now. We can let everything rest for a few minutes. And then we take the attention to the front of the throat. And as if we could just stroke downward there with our fingers and soften the vocal cords. Let the windpipe be very slippery and malleable. And even the esophagus, we just let everything move very easily. So we keep going down toward the chest, letting the shoulders be completely relaxed, letting the breastbone in the front and the ribs in the back completely soften. Right now, there's no need to protect the heart. We are safe. We are protected. And we let the area right below the heart begin to ease above the digestive organs, below the heart and lungs. We just let that be completely soft, giving way, opening to the beautiful energy all around. And then we let the stomach just slow down, still working, but slowing down. And we keep going down, down into the hips, down, down into the femur, the big bone in the thigh, letting that bone connect very gently with the hip socket, very soft. We soften all the way down to the knees, the shins, the ankle, and the foot. And in the stillness, we find even more ease, as if the body can be so soft that it can absorb the beautiful energies all around us. And now we turn to the breath, imagining that as we breathe in, the breath comes upward over the chest and into the nose. And as we breathe out, the breath goes down from the nose. And then we breathe in, and we let the breath fill the head, and we breathe out, letting the breath start to feel the chest. So we breathe in, pulling that breath upward, filling the whole head, touching the hair and the ears. And then we breathe out as if we're breathing out downward through the neck, into the chest, even down the arms. And then we breathe in, pulling upward, and we even let the breath go in imagination above the head, as if we're floating. And then we exhale, letting the breath just push down past the chest, filling the arms and the hands. And then we breathe in as if we're breathing from the belly, filling the chest, filling the shoulders, the neck, the head, and even some space above the head. And then we breathe down from a few inches above the head, through the body, all the way down through the torso. And then back up from the sits bones. We breathe in. Through the chest and the throat and the head. Up a foot or two above the body. And then we breathe out, letting the breath flow back through the whole torso, down, 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 down. And then we breathe up from below the hips, from the upper thighs, breathing up through the whole body, feeling lighter as we go up, up above the head, almost to the ceiling. And then we breathe out, down, down through the head, the shoulders, the hips, all the way to the knees. And then we breathe up from the knees, feeling a little bit of the quality of the earth, that grounding coming through the body, and reaching up, up toward the ceiling of the room. And then we exhale down with gravity all the way to the ankles, filling the whole body. And then we breathe in from the feet, from the feeling of the earth all the way up through the whole body, letting that feeling of the ground come up through the whole body and almost out the top of the head into the lightness of the air, past the ceiling above, and then we exhale down, 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 all the way past the toes, and even into the feeling of the earth. Cold, cold, cold dirt. We just breathe up that feeling from the earth, breathing in as if there's a quality of steadiness that comes from this earth, up through the chest, all the way through the top of the building, where we feel a little sky, that lightness, and we just exhale that feeling down into the body, feeling that lightness from the sky, all the way into the earth, maybe a foot into the earth, maybe a little wet in the earth. We bring that feeling, the beginnings of the patterns of the layers of the earth. We bring it all the way up through the body, through the chest, through the neck, all the way up to the sky now, maybe to the clouds. And then we just breathe out that feeling of lightness from the clouds. We let that go through the whole body, reminding us of the weightlessness, the lightness, the expanse. We feel down all the way to the toes, into the earth. We might travel through a little rock, even water, a pattern of this earth, a steadiness. We pull that steadiness in through the breath, up through the body, all the way up past the clouds, feeling that lightness of high, high, breathing that lightness, and we exhale down through the body, letting that expansion travel and reset the whole body, even our memory. And we go deeper into the earth, feeling the beautiful patterns beyond our sight. And we breathe in, just breathing in the complexity of the patterns that are this earth, that make the place for us to live. We breathe in that grounding and let it go all the way up in our galaxy, as if we're with the stars. And we feel that lightness of this place with no name. And we let that lightness come down through the body, down, 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 sharing that feeling of lightness with us. And then we breathe in that balance of the earth, that groundedness, that feeling of being part of something that works. We breathe all the way up, maybe throughout the whole Milky Way. And we let the body absorb this feeling of lightness, letting it just run through the whole system, from the top of the head to the chest, to the hips, to the knees, and all the way past the toes into the earth. And we travel through the layers, and we absorb the pattern. We even feel ourselves in the pattern, and we just pull up the magnificence of that, up through the body, the feeling of our earth, of our ground. And then we open to the lightness of all there is. And we let that come down through the body. So we keep doing this. And we say so hum in silence. I am that. I am part of the pattern of this earth. That grounds me. And I'm part of the great expanse of all there is. And in me, these things are one. The earth and all there is. And so we say so hum at the center of the earth and in the broad cosmos, and also in our own hearts. I'll be silent for a few minutes while we all do that. So I am that. The earth, the beyond, and the self. The earth I walk on, and the person walking. The sky I see, and the person who looks up at the sky. So I am that. I'll be silent now for a few minutes. And slowly we begin to let the shape of the breath come back toward the body. Letting the breath come to the clouds, to just below the surface of the earth, to the top of the building, to the feet, to a foot or two above the head, and actually in the feet. And then now just in the body, breathing in and out along the length of the body. And we begin to deepen the breath. A long inhale and a long exhale. Breathing in deep and breathing out long. And then we wriggle the fingers, wriggle the toes. Let there be an arch to the back and round the back, moving the head left and right, letting the energy all come inside the body, feeling very good now, balanced between this earth and all there is, as if we're the midpoint of those two things. And then we take the palms and we bring them together in front of the body and we tip the head. Thank you.